So I'm standing in front of the new CV5-500 from Mazak. We've been talking about this machine on our channels over recent weeks in the build-up to the EMO ENCORE event, which we're at here today at their European headquarters in Worcester. Now, what's good about this machine? Well, before we see it cutting, which we will in a minute, I'm going to talk you through with the door open some of the way the machine is configured and some of the features and benefits to the design of this from Mazak. Now, important to stress, this machine is made here in the UK, and we believe at MTDCNC this is going to become a real competitor when it comes to 5-axis machines. So let's start with the construction. Firstly, here you'll notice we obviously have a 2-axis table here. It's a 5-axis machine, full 5-axis simultaneous machine. It's supported both sides this table, which means you've got the ultimate in strength when you support a table, not just from where it's driven but also from the front end as well. Now, the Y-axis, which you'll see when it's cutting in a minute, moves backwards and forwards on this axis, so it actually buries itself under the bridge of the machine. Now, that's different to maybe having a Y-axis coming out on a ram. If the Y-axis comes out on the ram, some may say that that is a compromised configuration over having a more stable construction like you see here. With the X-axis moving on a bridge, that is also the ultimate in stability, the ultimate build quality of a machine, because wherever this spindle is positioned on this table to machine a component, you know that the axis is completely supported. Mazak would also talk to you about their axis stacking, and that essentially means that some machine tools, each axis is stacked one on top of the other, and that can be a weakness, whereas Mazak have obviously looked at where they stack different axes so that you haven't got all the axes on top of each other, and that can obviously be not just for the Y, for the X and for the A and the C and so forth. Now, this machine as it stands is a very small footprint, and it's a small footprint as a result of the fact the Y-axis is on the table. It's a 500 table, but you can get over 600 mil when it comes to the swing of the machine. The options available with this machine, as you would expect, different swarf extraction methods, higher speed spindles, 42 station tool changer, lots of things that you would expect with a 5-axis machine like this. The smooth control. This control is something else. Very, very operator friendly, touch screen interface. I'm told by the guys here at Mazak that the processing speed and the look ahead of this control just inherently improves surface finish, accuracy, and reduces cycle times on machining. So what we're going to do now is we're going to shut the door on this CV5, and we're going to actually turn the camera around to this screen behind us, because here you're going to see the machine cutting. Quite good here at Mazak. They have the GoPros in all of the machines, and then what happens is they simply flick a switch and you can see the machine in action. Now, there's 2 demonstrations on this machine. There's the one you can see here, and there's also some EN8 on the machine as well that is cutting. But this just shows you the movement of all of the axes on this machine. You can see, you can obviously see everything from the Y-axis moving to the X-axis on the bridge moving. Gives you some sense of how not just the machine's configured, but what it looks like when it's in action. So I'm going to leave you for a few seconds to see this demonstration. But this particular machine you can be seen here in Worcester at Mazak's European headquarters. We believe this will be a big seller in the UK market. If you're a subcontract engineer, you've been looking at going into 5-axis machining, but you've been a little bit concerned about the outlay, the cost. What I can tell you is that this machine is very, very competitively priced as well. It's been brought into the market essentially as almost like Mazak's entry-level 5-axis offering, but as I've said, it's got a very, very high specification with it, but it's incredibly affordable. You need to contact Mazak to find out more, not just about the technical ins and outs of the machines, but what it actually costs.